Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the free agent signee, Nick Foles, and the Jacksonville Jaguars as they take on Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It'll be Jacoby Brissett under center for the Colts. He, of course, made 15 starts in Andrew Luck's absence 2 years ago. Not much required of him last year. He threw just 4 passes total. But that experience as a starter, very valuable in this learning process.
Ready, shift, watch the shift.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
No chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
From the gun, here's Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And we look now at the offense for Indianapolis.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Paris Campbell. Incomplete.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They go with Leonard Fournette, 3rd-year back from LSU. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
A gain of 14.
Now it's the former Texan. This is Alfred Blue. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First down, and they go right back to blue. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jabal sheared in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Foles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jaguars.
Into the hands of Lee on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They go draw here. Blue. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Now Foles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Raquel Armstead, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week, as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Josh Lambo to kick
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So that penalty will back him up half the distance to the goal line. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. To Ware on the draw. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
The tackle made by Jake Ryan. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. And now a look at the offense for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Check 41.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Here's Foles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Foles now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And that looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Here's the 5th-round rookie from Temple. It's Raquel Armstead. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them, because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
Makes the score, Jaguars.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, it's Ware. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
The tackle made by Miles Jack. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Brissett's pass intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a carry for Blue. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jabal Sheard racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Here's Hines. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Here's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Brissett's pass intended for Naheem Hines. Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Fielded just inside the 30. Breaks through the contact. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Gearing up for their next possession, Nick Foles and the Jags. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
A gain of 15.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Danico Autry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw here. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Brissett throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton once again the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Foles. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
He's going deep. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver is able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
A gain on the play.
We played to win.
And the Colts, first down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A reminder that coming up later tonight, a good one on Sunday Night Football. We'll see what could have been a playoff matchup a season ago. The Bears and the Rams from L.A. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football from down in Mexico. Mexico City, to be precise. The Chiefs and the Chargers going at it. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Foles. And he fires one incomplete. Alfred Blue, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He hits Blue. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Foles. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one going against the guard, Andrew Norwell. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Foles. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. On the draw, here's Blue. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You see me? You see me?
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll run on 2nd down with Blue. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up with Conley. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jacksonville.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions who have the lead there, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Leonard Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett, and he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Brissett now 9 of 17 through the air. Throwing, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Draw play. This is Hines. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Calais Campbell, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On play action, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
4 down.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Hines. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
On second down now, it's Hines. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Brissett now. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Mack off the draw play. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up. They'll toss it to Fournette.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The throw taken in by Cole. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Colts 10.
Again, it's Fournette. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. On third down, this is Ware. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fournette running out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A pass there, complete to Westbrook. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. They go play action with Brissett.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. On the delay, here's Hines. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Foles. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Out to Cole on the right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Here's Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Westbrook. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Foles to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time, and it's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This is the running back, Blue. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you, at what point do you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 3-yard line.
Second down and goal. Foles. This is caught. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So the Colts now down by 9. 1:53 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Down to lose 1.
Brissett over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Brissett looks to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to fourth down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brissett throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. To throw again on second down. Brissett. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First down, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.